Greetings everyone! It's been a while since I gave you an update on my local movie theater chain, so I'm going to give you a little history about it and tell you what happened to it. Cinetopia was founded by Rudyard Coleman and opened its first location in 2005 in Vancouver, Washington. It later expanded to 2 more locations around the area and 1 more in Kansas. Cinetopia was one of the best movie theaters around, and for my whole life I assumed that it was a countrywide theater chain, until recently when AMC bought it and took it over, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. Growing up and going to the movie theaters at least, a few times a year at most, I always disliked the Regal cinemas, which were basically the only types of theaters nearby. As a kid, it wasn't much of a big deal though, since the main draw was going to the movies to actually just watch the movie, but as I got older, I was starting to be really annoyed sitting in the crappy seats and couldn't wait for the movie to be over. Though it didn't affect my enjoyment or disappointment of a film, it did affect my enjoyment of the movie theater experience. I believe the first time I saw a movie at a Cinetopia was in 2008. I was around in middle school, and I think it was for The Dark Knight or Iron Man, I don't really remember, but holy shit, my experience in that theater changed that day. The sound was just unlike anything I ever heard before. The quality on the screen was fantastic. The legroom was great. I could lean back in my chair. It was so comfortable. I freaking loved it. I would highly recommend people go to Cinetopia to check that out, but they don't exist anymore! Yeah! The seats were surprisingly comfortable to sit in for once, and they had legroom, and I could just lean back and enjoy myself. The screen was huge and curved and clear, and as I got older, Cinetopia became an awesome place to take a girl on a date to. They liked that experience. They've got a movie parlor, a living room style theaters with couches and comfy chairs and footstools, and they serve you food and drinks. They had the huge GXL auditorium, higher seating with footstools and service, movie parlors, living rooms, and even another room for couples with just love seats. They just had so many different ways that you could watch your movie. It was a paradise in a way, as far as a film goer would go to a movie theater. If you were on a date and wanted dinner and a movie, you could either eat the restaurant food during the movie or sit at the Cinetopia, which is a high-quality restaurant and bar. The location at the Vancouver Mall even had some arcade games to play in the lobby while you wait for your movie to start. Even the carpet, the lighting, the flow, the setup, the service, the sounds, the quality was just all top notch. The only issue that most people ever had was that it was a little spendy, but I think that it's worth the price to have that level quality of experience. It was the only kind of movie theater that I knew of that its main focus was on adults. And even if it was a little too spendy for you, on Tuesdays they'd have $5 movie days, so you can still, take your family to it or something if you wanted to go to a nice theater and watch it with your kids. So, if you can't really tell, to sum it up, Cinetopia was a great theater that enhanced the movie-going experience for everyone. However, in June of 2019, Cinetopia got in a legal battle with AMC. AMC and Cinetopia had some kind of agreement with distribution of movies and whatnot, and in the end, AMC won and purchased Cinetopia. I was very annoyed and disappointed at the time. For a while now, even after AMC fully took over, the aesthetic seems to still be the same as Cinetopia, at least in the mall location, yet the special services have ceased, and I imagine that the Cinetopia at the other locations will soon be Thanos snapped if they aren't already. I'm not saying that AMC is horrible, but it's an obvious step down from the quality that we were used to at Cinetopia. AMC has its perks, yet they just don't have my interest like Cinetopia did. However, even considering after all that, AMC is pretty much the best quality movie theater around now since Cinetopia isn't really there. It is very unfortunate that an incredible movie theater such as Cinetopia is now gone, but I'm hoping that this video will at least remind people of what it once was. If you guys really want to see how Cinetopia was, just check out the links in the description below. Those were the old Cinetopia tour videos that they would play before the movies would start sometimes. And tell me in the comments if you've ever been to a Cinetopia, and also tell me about your own local movie theater chain experiences. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Hey guys, I'm working on some film projects behind the scenes. If you want to help fund these projects or my channel in general, check out the Patreon and Teespring store. Links are in the description below. Do you want to send me a message or just see what I'm up to? Follow me on Twitter @TheRookieCritic. I'm on a mission to finally watch some classic and popular films. Hit me up on Twitter if you want to join a watch party. And I also got a mailbox, so if you want to send me movies or comics to review, send it to 3021 Northeast 72nd Drive, Street 9, PNB 1560, Vancouver, Washington 98661. Thanks guys, and cut! That's a wrap.